Hey, what up, y'all? It's been a while since I made a video. Been going through a lot of shit, so just getting back on track and doing a lot better. But this is part 3 of dead bodies I found right here in my hometown of Lawrence, Massachusetts. And this one to me is the most disturbing because not that, it was gruesome, but, I get a soft spot in my heart for the females that have addictions and, out running around on the streets and shit, because 95% of them, they're prostituting. Not saying I'm judging. I don't judge nobody for nothing. There's only one that can judge, and it isn't me. But anyways, so this was probably about 3-4 years ago, maybe. I've had a lot of head injuries due to car accidents and overdoses. So sometimes things are a little fuzzy for me, especially timelines and stuff. But yeah, so one morning, it's probably about like 7:38 in the morning. I go to my connect's house to cop some brown, heroin, and right nearby where he lives, there's like wooded area, walking path, for the public. And the night before it had rained real bad, like heavy downpour, and she must have been there for like a while, almost, I'd say probably maybe more than 10-15 hours. So anyways, I cop the dope. I go back to the spot, and this woman, I know her name, Danielle, and she had just got out of Framingham State Prison for the females in Framingham, Massachusetts. It's not located in Framingham anymore that I'm aware of. I don't know where they relocated. But I would see her around. I never really fucked with her. Nobody really liked getting high with her because for some reason, like, she would just get jamboozled off the littlest amount of dope. And I've been with her a few times where, like, she was on borderline OD, and that's just the worst when you're with somebody getting high and they the potential, like, you gotta babysit them, and that ruins your high, and then that puts you in a situation, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not a piece of shit. I'm not just gonna leave you there. Whether I got warrants or not, I'm gonna call an ambulance if it gets to that point where I can't save you. Because I've had to do that a lot of times, and a lot of people wouldn't be here right now. But I'm not, like, saying that to say, oh, I'm such a great person and shit, or to make myself look good. And any of these stories I tell is not to glorify anything. I can't glorify something that has destroyed my life and the lives of others, friends, family, people I don't know. It's just a terrible path I've been going down most of my entire life, and I'm working my best to get away from that. And so anyways, so I go back and I see her on the ground, laying out on her back. And then when I got close, I don't know if y'all seen that movie Candyman, where the bees come out of his mouth. Man, that movie terrified me as a kid. Like, even to this day, I mean, I could watch it. I watched it back then a bunch of times, but it's easier to watch now. But still, deep down, like, that shit still terrifies me. But so anyways, how, like, the bees come out of his mouth, but, obviously it wasn't bees, but flies, and then I had that image of Candyman, and, instantly, before I even seen the flies coming out of her mouth, I could tell she was dead, and she had been there. Like I said, it had rained the night before. Her whole body was soaked, and I'm looking at her, and I'm like, wow, she had like, you know, them short jean shorts, like booty shorts, and she's an older woman, in her mid-40s, late 40s, and not bad looking for her age, but I noticed that her shorts are zipped down, and I looked to the side by her head, and her panties were balled up. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? You know, did she do a date, got high, and fell out? I don't know. Did somebody find her while she was all fucked up, rape her? I don't know. But it just, that wasn't cool at all. And, so, you know, there's nothing I could do for her. The only thing I could do was go to this place, the health center, you know, and I said, hey, listen, I don't want no part of this, but, you know, she's probably got family. Even if not, you know, she's a human being. Like, you can't just leave her there to get eaten by animals or whatever, you know. And so I explained to them, I says, you know, here's where she's at. She's dead, and, you know, go get her. And, so I go about to do my thing, like, sorry for the traffic, I'm waiting on the street for the bus. So, I'm walking, like, probably like 45 minutes to an hour later, I'm walking by McDonald's, and I'm like, I see one of the guys that works at the health center, and I'm like, hey, bro, what y'all doing over here? Don't tell me, like, you're looking for her over here. And he's like, nah, we're looking for you. And I'm like, oh, man, why? You know, he's like, we can't find her. He's like, you know, you sure she was dead? You know, maybe she got up, came out of her own, and she got up and left. And I'm like, oh, nah, man, she was, no, she was gone. And, so he brought me back to the health center, got a couple other guys, and I had to bring them. And I didn't even want to go there, man. Like, even talking about it, I could see the image in my mind of her. It's very sad and tragic. You know, she wasn't a bad person, and she had just got out of jail, too. She was out 2 days, 3 tops. And I got in high with her, like, the first day she got out. We had smoked some crack together, but, and I hadn't seen her since, and so I bring them, and I go over the embankment, and there she is, and I just did a complete 180, and was like, she's right there, you know what I mean, like, and they seen her, and they're like, wow. And they know, these people know me for a long time. I've been on the streets for many years, and I've seen a lot of things. And they were like, this one's bothering you, huh? Because, like, I don't know if y'all watched the previous 2 videos about my friend Donnie and about this other guy I know, Richard. You know, like, that bothers me, but, like, it is what it is. I can deal with it. But, like, seeing her and the, you know, how she was just left there in the rain overnight, and her panties, and, like, you know, I don't like predators, you know, any rapists, child molesters, like, nah. So, you know, I show them where her body is, and I get up out of there, you know. And people think, you know, like, you can have a very high tolerance for opiates, heroin, you know, pills, Percocets, whatever. But you get clean whether you go on a detox or you are incarcerated and you're in there for a little bit and you come out. A lot of people tend to think that they could just do the same amount that they were doing when they were out there getting high every day, you know. And the reality is you can't. Your tolerance drops down, and like, you know, you could have got a batch that was way more powerful to what you were used to before. You know, even if it was the same quality, you know, you're still at risk you're a higher risk for an overdose. And, you know, if you overdose, come out of it, you know, you're at a higher risk for another overdose. And if you keep overdosing, like, the rate goes up and your chances of overdosing. And if you're like me, somebody that likes to get high by themselves, you know, and going to places where there's nobody gonna bother you, and you do too much, or, you know, you just get a batch that's way stronger than what you're used to, and you go out, you know, there's no one there to save you, and that's it, you're done, you know. And, you know, you can either, eventually somebody might find you, you know, and you get to the hospital, you're brain dead, or you come out of it and there's brain damage, and, you know, you lose motor skills, verbal skills, or, you know, like I had fallen out. I don't think I OD'd, I just did a lot, and I had passed out, and I fell on top of my leg, and I still don't have sensation in my leg, my calf, and it's been almost 10 months now. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. More to come, and hope y'all got something out of it. Stay away from the drugs. Peace.